Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing another new campaign for Total War Warhammer, and we're going to be doing the Bretonnians this time. So we're only using one mod, which is the Conquer Anywhere mod, and nothing else other than the DLC and free LC that Total War has released so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the factions. So I'll just cut to the chase. I'm going to use Leoncoeur. I know that there's probably a lot of people out there that are going to use Leoncoeur. And so I'm sorry if you've seen this before. It will be a unique and different campaign, though. I'm going to be very aggressive. I'm going to attack. It's going to be legendary. We're not going to auto-resolve abuse. We're not going to assassinate lords on the campaign map. It's going to be good, clean, awesome campaign. But there's a couple reasons why I'm using Leoncoeur. I really wanted to... What is going on here? Sorry. There's something that was tangled up with my chair there. I really wanted to use Carcassonne.
What do you seek?
Because the Fey Enchantress just looks awesome. But there's a lot of problems with her. Most notably, her starting army is just absolute garbage. Like, these things are just awful. They're terrible compared to what Leoncoeur and the other dude get. Like, it's just a really bad starting army. The +5 peasants is cute. Like, that's nice. This upkeep greatly reduced for Grail Guardians is fool's gold. It actually doesn't matter because there's a skill that can give you the same thing that the other factions can get. So this basically equates to 1 extra skill point. The casualty replenishment rate is nice, but overall she's just, a lot of her specialty stuff focuses on these pilgrims. And as we'll see once I get into the campaign, a lot of the peasantry stuff is just really underwhelming. It's very cheap, but it's just really not that powerful. And the problem is you have a very limited number of cheap units you can get, whereas with other campaigns you want to specialize in things that really beef up your early cheap units. The problem with the Bretonnians, as I'll show you soon, is you actually can't get that many cheap units because of the way the peasant system works. So it's like, it's a weird inverse where they're very limited resource, like a really expensive like end game unit, but they're an early game unit that is terrible in the game. So it's like you're having to pay a bunch of, like, jump through a bunch of hoops to get some zombies or something. They're not quite as bad as zombies, but anyways, she's just extremely underpowered from what I can see. And she's at war with the elves right from the start. And I went over there and tried to beat them, and they just soundly whooped my butt when I was practicing this to see. It's just virtually impossible to beat them with this ragtag group of misfits anytime early in the game. So you're just going to be sitting and chilling and just waiting until you get the real units, all of the knights, and she doesn't have anything that boosts up the knights. So in fact, like, the stuff that boosts up the peasants replaces things that boost up the knights that the other people get. So she doesn't even get the normal stuff that boosts knights in her skill tree and such. So I like her, but we're just going to have to acquire her through diplomacy, I think. Alright, so second choice, Bordelot here. This guy's actually pretty good. Alberic is pretty good. I mean, he starts off with 1 skill point worth of stuff here. He gets some trade income, which is not really a huge deal. The +2 unit experience for all knights is very, very good, so that's awesome. His starting units are okay. He gets some foot squires, he gets some knights of the realm, and some knights errant. So the foot squires are decent melee fighters. The only problem is they're peasants, so you can't get a lot of them. But they're pretty good. Like, they're not quite as good as great swordsmen, but they're also very cheap. They're only 175 gold per turn. So they are pretty solid, and he does have several skills that boost both those up and Knights of the Realm. So kind of your mid-tier, tier 3, tier 4 kind of units, he boosts those up, and he's pretty good with those. He starts off in a decent location. It's fairly safe, and he gets a special port that gives him a couple hundred extra gold over some of the other factions. So he's pretty cool. He has some pretty good stuff going on. My problem with him is I'm not really sure who I would fight early on because I'm completely surrounded by Bretonnians. And I want to try to play nice with them and confederate if I can. And then focus on bigger rivals like the elves or humans or something like that early on. Okay, then finally we're going to use Leoncoeur. So there's several reasons that Leoncoeur's the man. First of all, and this is another thing about the Fey Enchantress, is that she really can't fight. Like, she's awful in combat. She's really bad. She has like 15 armor, does virtually no damage, and has low HP. And a big problem with The Bretonnians is they don't have good infantry. Their infantry is garbage. The only thing they have are those things that require the peasants, right? These are the only infantry they have that's worth anything, and you have to tech pretty far into them, and they count towards your peasant supply, so you can't even get a lot of them. And there aren't a lot of great upgrades. Like, he has some that are okay, but they're still just going to get massacred by other top-end melee in the game. So, since they don't have very good infantry, then you really need your lords to be stout. They need to be tough, and they need to be able to hold the line. So that's, you know, that's where that guy and Leoncoeur come in, is they are tough, they can hold the line, they do have a lot of armor, they have a lot of physical resistance, so they're both very good at that, at holding the line, and that's something that Bretonnians desperately need, is just something to soak, tank, while you tear them up with your cavalry from flanks. Okay, so he gets all the knightly vows. That's basically 3 free skill points that he starts with. He also starts with a mount, so that's a 4th skill point. So he basically starts with a potential of 34 skill points, which is good, because some of his skills are pretty nice. You get campaign movement range plus 10. That's always amazing. It's one of the best traits you can get in the game. And then the plus 25% is actually pretty relevant, because a lot of those peasants especially have terrible leadership, and so being able to keep them from running a little bit longer is nice. One of the really sweet things about him also is that his suite of units at the beginning is excellent. It's top notch. So you have the Pegasus Knights that are flying cavalry. They're pretty good. So a major problem with the Bretonnians is they have a hard time sieging, because they are primarily focused upon cavalry, which are awful in sieges. Obviously, they can't climb walls, and they get to fight in little tight choke points, usually against spear units. So cavalry have a real hard time in sieges. So this helps that out a little bit, because you can fly in and at least knock some of the stuff off the walls. And then we have the Trebuchet, which allows you to attack towns on turn 1, so that's really helpful. And it's pretty good at taking out missile infantry units as well. And then these are some of the best cavalry in the game, especially because they are immune to vigor, so they never get tired, which is amazing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get going with Leoncoeur. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip this just to save a bit of time. You can go through and watch the cutscene if you want online. Just look Bretonnian cutscene on YouTube. I'm just saving a little bit of time, because this first battle that I'm going to do, I'm going to fight Marienburg on turn 2. The Marienburg capital is pretty crazy. It's a really hard fight, and I'm 50-50 with it so far. I won the first attempt, and I lost the second attempt pretty badly. Okay, I'll go ahead and skip this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump right to it and just go for the fight. And then if we win the fight, then I'm going to explain everything on turn 2. So I'm going to leave you in the dark here a little bit for turn 1, just to make sure I get that fight out of the way, because I don't want to talk for like 40 minutes and then lose the fight and have to do that every time. So we're going to roll over here. Hire 4 archers. Very powerful. The rest of this stuff's pretty much gutter. And this has always been heavenly. Is that true? Yes, it's always from the heavens with her to start with. That's the worst magic you can get as the Bretonnians, but it's something, so we'll take it. The lady gets War of Beasts, which is the best one to start with, but she has a lot of problems. Just described. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and sell this. Let's wait on that. No, let's go ahead and get that. And then once this sells, then we'll get the Weaving House. A little more money generation. Alright, we're gonna...
Relations with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully.
Try to be as friendly as we can with pretty much everybody. I think they should take it.
Welcome, friends. Let's hope we can come... The laws of chivalry demand, I hear you.
They all took it last time.
Welcome, friends. Let's hope we can come to an accommodation.
Alright, then we're going to fight the humans. So all of the, or a lot of the Bretonnians have this affinity trait, so they like other Bretonnians, which is nice. That'll help you out with diplomacy. And there are some techs that give you a lot of diplomacy with various Bretonnians as well. Like down here, you know, plus 100 with various factions, so that'll let you confederate with them pretty quickly. Well, not super quickly, but it'll help you out. We'll talk about all that next turn, though. Okay, we've got all that. Look at some of the commands. You get 15 growth, minus 10 recruitment cost, which is pretty good. 5 tax, construction cost is down, and research rate is pretty good. And then venerate the lady, which is great. I mean, plus 10 control and corruption reduction, plus 2. That's amazing. So that's really good. All right, we got all that. I think we're good. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, there we go. Public order. That's awesome on Legendary, by the way, that public order bonus. Alright, I'll explain what that means. We're over the cap on peasants. And Greenskin can... This happens every single time on turn 2 with every Bretonnian faction. Basically, it's 20 turns of you're just going to be fighting rebellions, which kind of sucks, I think. I mean, we'll see if we can work around it. Let's get in here and fight them. So this is going to be like 19 on 15, but they have walls and just... Oh crap, I forgot. Oh no. Alright, let me continue to siege and see if I can switch this up. I want him off of his horse, which is really important so he doesn't take extra damage from halberds at the gate.
Smite them.
Yeah, so I don't want him to count as large. It's still giving him 75 charge. Like, I guess that horse doesn't give him any bonuses. I don't know, but I don't want him.
Ride to glory.
I want him on foot. He can also climb up top and knock people off of the rafters, which is good. Or go up there and just beat up all the people that are calling the shots, or just shooting down on us is what I'm trying to say. Okay. It just gives him a lot more tactical flexibility for sieges. Just horses and sieges are pretty bad. Alright, we're going to start deployment. So the only magic that we have is this, which is just kind of like a little buff that affects one unit, so it's not really that great. It's okay. Alright, so what we're going to try to do is bust down this front door, and then immediately when it's going to break, then we just run in and just filter around as fast as we can, get to the back, and then we're going to try to flank and fight them that way. Alright. What the hell? I took him off the mount. Damn it, so he always has to have the mount? It's pretty aggravating. We can deal with it though, I guess. It just kind of sucks. Like I said, I've beaten it when he's on his mount before. So it's not like it's impossible, but... You don't want to go too close because the mortars will start firing on you.
Immediately! At speed! At once!
Alright, trying to protect those mortars.
Person bomber! Take the ground! Swiftly!
Whoa, 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 what the hell is firing so much on her? Holy what is firing on her? What are these? Oh, those are crossbowmen, they're just hiding. Their banner is like in the... That is pretty troll.
Hastily! Full deals! Sure as the fool! At once! Pegasus Knights!
It's gonna be real hard to push in here. Oh, I think we're doing it though. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Cord them off. Just keep this little gap in here.
With haste! Defenders of the realm!
Get in there. Damn it. Ah, they keep firing on my Pegasus Knights. Get fired right there. Or right there, that's fine.
What do you need?
Come on, boys.
Bretonnia! Withdraw! King Lou and Leoncoeur! Knights of the Glory away! What? Swiftly! Knights of
This is key. You have to get them out of that over there so you can actually charge things in the back. Here in a second. Alright, Leoncoeur is holding up pretty well.
awaiting orders! Swiftly! Immediately! Knights errant! Protect! Withdraw! Orders! Trail knights!
Guys, come on, right here. What?
What do you bid? Moving up, yes! Hastily! It shall be understood! Take the ground! We serve the lady! Hastily! For the lady!
Keep firing on him.
Person bomber!
Where is he? He's in here holding it down. Alright, let's go ahead.
Knights errant! Fly away! Moving ahead! Bring them to battle! Brave knights! Knights errant! Honor! Knights! Hurry!
Alright, screw the triangle. Let's go.
Person bomber! Work now!
What are we doing? Fire on him. Alright, they're done. Get over here. He's getting beaten up pretty badly. Get here, charge him in the back, charge him in the back. Right here, right here, right here. Let's not do that wedge formation for now. I guess they're having a hard time. Alright, let's get over here. Alright, back it up, back it up. What are these? God, it's so hard to click on some of these. Alright, let's go around this way. Alright, let's reset, reset. Okay, these rallied back. Alright, crush him. Fire, fire on those. What are we doing? Fire on those. Why can't I click? I'm not charging from the back. Do we not have any more knights? And guys, get back in here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Guys, go. Run. Damn it, click. Let's go, 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 go. Actually, let's go around this way. What are these guys doing? Like, let's freaking go. Like, holy crap. Run. Move your feet. Whatever, go back this way. Get in there. Like, this is so aggravating. You hear me right clicking? These dudes just like will not go. Okay, let's go. Pegasus, get back over here. Where are my other knights? These city sieges are just very frustrating. Yeah, get her out, get her out. Yeah, cycle charges on him. just no way to actually like fire on these guys, or what? Like, what's the deal? These guys, I love how they just are like basically unbreakable. Okay, I think their lord is almost done here. I just have to cycle charges maybe a bit more. Alright, hold. Just hold. Where's their dude? I killed him, right? No, he's right there. Come on. Are you kidding me? Look at how much... Come on, you trolls. Can we fire through here at him? My god, everyone's back. Get a couple of shots in on this guy. Can we just... Beware the bankers. Oh, Grove Knights are back. Oh my god, this might be like the closest fight I've ever had if we win this. I mean, Leoncoeur has 145 HP. Can I just shoot this guy? Oh god, those things. Alright, run. Get out there, get out. Okay, we did kill a lot of the halberdiers. Still have a couple of more shots left because for some reason our people just won't shoot. Okay, these guys have some pretty good numbers left. Oh my god. God, this fight. Holy crap. Those have to go. Those dang halberdiers are just brutal. How much HP? 145. Okay, so they're just running. Don't have any ammo left. Okay, we have to gun this guy down. Come on, baby, get him. I mean, if he leaves that square, then I could just go in and maybe claim it for myself. Oh crap, he's getting crazy here.
Bretonnia! At war! We are ready!
No, don't let him get the damsel. Run for it, damsel. Run for it. Get him, Grail Knights. Boom.
Full tilt! Hastily! Strike them down! With haste! Immediately! Unchivalrous wretches, take the ground! Priestess of the
Run, run.
Very away!
Jesus. This is intense.
You require magic?
She can take one hit, right? She can take a hit.
Ready for battle! Moving apace!
No, 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 no. Oh, God.
Knights!
Oh, Jesus. Run.
With haste!
No, don't kill her. Don't kill her. Come on, knights. Come on, lads. Is she dead? Oh, no. Damn it, I thought maybe I could get one hit on her. Crap, get it. Run, 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 run. Oh, we've only got 4 of them left. Damn it, I really didn't want to lose her. I mean, we can replace her here soon enough. She's just level 1. If I win the fight, whatever, I'll keep her. I'll keep it. Dude, like, this guy has no units left on the map. Are you trolling right now? Like, come on. Okay. Whew. Kill him. I want to see him dead. So I shouldn't have gone back in with the sorceress. I was thinking, okay, if she gets like 1 attack on him, she can take 2 hits. But then I just sort of miscalculated. No, do not fire. Hold. I just want to see him die. So we'll keep it. Like I said, you know, we're going to fight some tough battles. And, you know, if I goof up and we lose a couple of things, we lose a couple of things. So, like I said, she's the weakest magic out there. And she's level 1. So she's not going to become relevant until she gets to like level 10 or something. Like all the spells at tier 1 just suck for heaven people. I'll show you here in a second why that is. Let him out. Okay, now let's go kill him. There we go. Hell yeah, I call it a victory. That was a tough fight and I won it. Towers probably killed the most people by far. So we had basically even. Oh, she lived? Is it giving her back to me? Because I won the battle? Guess we'll find out. Okay, so you cannot sack, really, or it's a bad idea to sack if you are the Bretonnians. You definitely don't want to raise, so we're going to have to occupy a lot of stuff, which is going to hurt our income. But they have really nice income buildings, so it kind of makes up for it, but yeah, just go ahead and occupy. It's fine.
Your plan is a good
Okay, that's pretty good. That's what I got last time, too, when I won the battle.
one. By the light
Okay, I do get to keep her, so with one health left. That is nice. We actually didn't lose. No units were completely wiped out, which is nice. Because I'm not going to be able to get these back for quite a while, although they are very expensive. I didn't see how many they killed last time. And we are kind of on a budget right now, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I might dismiss a couple of them. Now this guy might come down and mess with me next turn. I am at war with him.
You seek the lady's favor.
But we'll see. So we get to keep the port and we get to keep a level 2 town because we occupied. Which is cool. Okay, so what's up with the Bretonnians? How much time do we have left? Yeah, we still have some pretty good time here. Okay. So first of all, the most conspicuous thing here is this bar. This is your chivalry bar. I believe to win the game you have to get to 1,000 chivalry. And then once you get to 1,000 chivalry, if we look at the victory conditions. Once we get 1,000 chivalry, then we compete a final errantry war battle. And then you win the game. So we're just going to try to win the game this time, just so I actually finish the campaign. I think a lot of times I try to go and conquer the whole map, and I do so many campaigns at once, it just gets difficult to manage all of them. But we will try to just go for the straight victory condition here and just go ahead and end it as soon as we can, although I only got 2 chivalry for winning that battle, so it might take a while before we can do some chivalrous stuff. But you can't rage, you can't sack, you can't like backstab people, you can't do a lot of different things that would drop your chivalry otherwise. So we are going to have some public order problems like real soon because of the stupid orc crap. So that's going to be difficult to deal with. Let's go ahead and take a look at what all we're working with here. So,
King Leoncoeur.
alright, we didn't even gain a level off of that, which sucks because it was a Pyrrhic victory, but we had like a 10% chance to win, and we won. So I'm okay with that. It's got the militiaman, which is good. We told him don't have a mount, but he had a mount. So he kind of has to have one, it seems. Which usually you want him to have a mount, obviously. It's just for sieges, because you can't really leverage the charge bonus anyways, and you're against a bunch of halberds and things like that. It's better to get him off the mount so they don't get a bonus against you. Okay, so let's look at his skills. Okay, so these are things you would normally have to spend skill points on. And this reduces your upkeep for all of the different cavalry in the game. So you don't have to choose, you can get them all, which is kind of annoying. I wish that they made you choose, kind of like what they do with the elves, in terms of you have to be very strategic with which units you decide to get. But you can get them all with these 3. Then eventually you can get a Royal Pegasus Flying Mount at 9, and then Bequus at 15, who is I don't remember exactly what all's up with that mount, but it's a pretty good mount. Extra leadership's good. A lot of your peasantry militia have garbage leaderships. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, constantly heals you, so that's really nice. I think it's constantly heals you. It says it only has 1 use over there, is what it looks like, that little arrow with the 1. But it says constant. I don't know. I think you just constantly gain health, which is nice. Casualty replenishment, 8%, which is good for knights. If your leadership is ever lower than 50%, it gives everybody a map-wide bonus, which is pretty good. Missile resistance, and this lowers the cooldown of your lion's shield ability that you have right here, so that's pretty good. He's a decent fighter. I don't really like getting this stuff. I mean, it's okay, but usually the army stuff is way better, and this is no different. Okay, so Inspiring Presence, everyone knows that one. Your missile infantry is okay, but you don't really have any missile infantry other than your beginning early peasant bowmen, and those really can't get upgraded that much. So, I mean, this might be okay for the early game, but it's a little uninspiring. Then we have plus 12 leadership and plus 12 melee defense for melee infantry. That's okay, but once again, melee infantry is pretty bad for the Bretonnians. That's okay. Vigor loss reduction is very nice for your horses. Now, some of them, you know, come with, like, some of the top end ones don't have any kind of vigor, but this is nice for everybody else. And then the extra charge bonus and melee attack is excellent. So that's a pretty good one. So we'll probably get 3 in this and like 1 in basic training or something like that as we move up. Rally's pretty standard. A lot of leadership for a small amount of time. Virtue of empathy. Aura size bigger. That's okay. Rally and stand your ground cooldown. That's not really that great. It's okay. 15% weapon strength for cav units. That's pretty good. And then stand your ground, which is okay. They nerfed it a long time ago. This is common on a whole bunch of different factions, and it's just been sort of whatever since then. We'll probably get the recruitment cost here. That's pretty standard, and then maybe devoted here. Irrepressible, everyone knows that. Wound time recovery. Lightning strike, obviously super powerful. Royal insignia is excellent. These are the 2 best cav that you have in the game. The Royal Pegasus Knights and the Royal Hippogriff Knight units. I believe those are the 2 best. And having recruitment duration -1 turn is excellent, because I highly suspect those are going to be 3-turn units. They might only be 2-turn units, but either way, they're going to take a while to build. I think that's going to be good. Growth's kind of whatever, and premonition's kind of whatever. So he doesn't have the greatest skill set in the world, but it's pretty good. And it's better than a lot of the other ones. It's definitely better than the Fey Enchantress. The middle guy is like, maybe. But he's a really good fighter himself. He's one of the better fighters in the game, so he's got that going for him. Okay, and then his passive there, Royal Blood, of course, campaign movement, aura size. I need to get rid of a couple of peasants. So how the peasant imp works is every time you gain a new town, you gain 2 more peasants. And then you can only recruit up to a certain amount of peasants to work the field. And so right now I'm at 12 of 12, because I just acquired that new property. So you can use the peasants to work the field, but then you can also, to hire different peasant units, but you can also use them to work the field. So let me go ahead and click on this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the fields. They're pretty good. You get nice income. You get 250 gold at tier 1, which is good. And that's what you need to be able to recruit peasant foemen. Which, they're pretty good archers. They're one of the better tier 1 archers in the game. Well, they're kind of mediocre, actually, on second thought. They're okay. Better than goblin archers. But they can be equipped with fire arrows at tier 2, which could be pretty useful, actually, against, anything, especially a lot of tree, elf units. Anything that's weak to fire will be weak to that, so that's pretty strong. And then you have poison arrows, too. So that has some nice utility to it. If you get the tier 2. The tier 2 is very expensive because you have to get the windmill with it, which is okay. It's like extra 5% for a local region from farms. 10% from farms. Which would be like an extra, 50 gold here. And you have to buy or pay, 3,000 gold to get this, so that you get an extra 50 gold per turn. In addition to paying, 5,000 for that extra 50 gold per turn. It's rough. Okay, what did I say? On this one, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. But you do have 2 money buildings. So you can get the Weaving House, which is only 150 gold per turn. But it has no other requirements for level 1. Level 2 requires the Cellar, which is garbage. This is just a little bit of growth, a little bit of casualty replenishment. So it's not a big deal either. Control is actually pretty good. Like, they have a lot of public order. So the tap room gives you 2 control and +1 in adjacent provinces. So if you gain a lot of contiguous territory, then they'll all start buffing each other with this control. So it makes it pretty helpful to try to deal with public order problems. Excuse me. And then you have the smith lets you do men-at-arms with shields and foot squires and spearmen at arms. So it lets you do all this stuff. You eventually need the armory to get Royal Hippogriff, Pegasus Knights, and normal Pegasus Knights. So that's pretty good. That's tier 4. The This is an interesting tier. So if someone gets a bad trait, that can actually hurt your chivalry. But if you spend time in a town, it can remove those bad traits, or it has an opportunity to remove them. So it starts at 10% and then goes to 20, then goes to 30. Now this level 2 gives you a damsel. A +1 damsel, which is important to note. So each town that you get one of these with, you can get an additional damsel, which is pretty nice. And it reduces chaos corruption in all adjacent provinces. So, you know, if you put a couple of these up there in the Norska place, then you just might be able to manage it. You might be able to get, like, you know, 6 anti-corruption, for example, versus the 3 native that they have, and that would be very helpful. Now you can get a couple of units here that are the Grail Reliquae. This kind of sucks. I mean, it's 1 unit, and it only does 45 damage. What? So he basically does negative damage. His melee attack is ridiculous. I mean, he has a nice buff, but he's pretty weak. And then you have the Battle Pilgrims. So these are a step up from like the Men-at-Arms, but they're still really weak. They only have 32 melee attack. They are frenzied, so that's like 40 melee attack. But they only have 30 armor. They are pretty cheap. So they're okay, but they're not that great. Then you have these guys. These are okay. I mean, they're 375, but they only have 34 charge bonus, which is extremely weak. They do have a ton of armor, and they have the extra physical resistance, which is good. Then they do magic attacks, but their melee attack's really low. It's only 32, with only a 34 charge bonus. And then he has 56 melee defense, though. So pretty good at sort of staying in combat, which seems really weird because most cav, you know, they have that awesome shock value. So that's 375 gold per turn versus, you know, like these Grail Knights, which are 375, which have 82 charge bonus, a bonus to large, 40-30 on the attack defense. These are just so much better, I think, the Grail Knights are. Because, I mean, you don't really use cavalry just to bog people down. I guess you could because they don't really have good infantry, but they're just going to get eaten alive by spears. So I don't know. So it's okay. But this is obviously your primetime tree. You get the yeomen, which are your peasants early on. Sadie, honey. The cat comes in here like every 30 minutes. But then you start getting these knight units. Now these knight units are the only units. They have these little icons here, which are the kind of vowels you have to have mastered. But Leoncoeur starts with all 3, so we've got that covered. But the key here is they don't count towards your peasant count. These don't. None of these knights do. The yeomen do, but no one else counts towards your peasant count. Now these do. Even your tier 4 infantry units do count as peasants. Trebuchet counts as a peasant. So he doesn't. But everything else counts as a peasant. Which means you can't field a lot of them. So you can't have a lot of armies because, you know, in order to field a 20-sack army, you need 10 provinces. If you're going to put all peasants in that. So you need to be fielding a lot of cavalry. Just because they don't count towards your peasants. Sorry, I was zoning out there. The cat's doing some weird things. Okay. So yeah, so we want to work our way up this tree as fast as we can, just so that we can actually have large armies. And it's going to be expensive, so we're probably going to have to run a lot of these guys, these knights errant. Because they're cheap, they don't take up a peasant slot. They're okay. So we're going to be running a lot of them, most likely. And then eventually, if we get some more money, we might upgrade. But the knights are pretty expensive, and there's no way to drop their cost, really. So alright, let's get the Weaving House going. I mean, we could go for this, but we're going to have public order problems. That's just a given. Given that orc thing that we just had to deal with. Okay. Go ahead and get a farm, I think. Zany. And the question is, do I go for the Cinnabar? How many trade partners do I have? How much are they importing? I only have one. He's importing nothing right now. So he might import like 30% of what I have. You know, he might import like 10 or so dies. How much are dies worth? Maybe 120. So that's 220. Yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't take up any slots there. It's cheaper. It takes 2 turns to build though. And doesn't cost any peasants. Yeah, I should go ahead and do it. Now there aren't any regiments of renown too, which I kind of like because I think those are just. I feel like they just make the game a bit too easy for me. You know, you can just get away with not having to upgrade or carry around a lot of units with you. And then if you get in trouble, just boom, like buy 8 units on the spot. Feels a little unearned. Okay, so we covered this buildings, the skills. Let's talk about the techs here really quick. So you have a couple of options with your techs. You can go for the fight option, which gives you a lot of extra chivalry when you fight certain kinds of units. So that would give you undead chivalry. This would give you chivalry against chaos, and you get a nice bonus against large when you're fighting chaos. When you're fighting beastmen, you get an extra 10% there. When you're fighting elves, everybody gets missile resistance, which is nice. And leadership. When you're fighting chaos, you can get these bonuses down to these bonuses also. You get up to 5 chivalry per fight. The +5 attack and defense is really nice. And you can get that against greenskins. Hi. Okay, so you get fighting bonuses, and then this one is you get chivalry plus diplomatic bonuses plus 100 with a faction, which means they're almost certainly going to confederate with you. Or it's going to be highly likely that sometime in the near future they're going to confederate with you. So I'm probably going to work my way down to Carcassonne. Sadie, chill. Like licking my hand, wanting me to pet her. This is okay. I mean, 4 growth, 3 income is pretty anemic. That's pretty good. 10 growth is pretty good. Peasant mob is just a garbage unit. You don't even worry about that. Income from trade agreements. Once again, if I get a lot of trade going on, maybe that's worth it, but that's 8,000 gold is a lot, and that costs you 50 chivalry to do it. So that's a pretty big deal. I'll probably end up skipping that. Chivalry and +2 and control in all provinces, that's pretty good. That stuff's okay. Upkeep for infantry, which is okay, I guess, but our expensive stuff's going to be cavalry. It's like 3% from farms. I mean, 2% from farms. It's like 7% total, 10% if you get all of them from farms. It's just not really that great. I mean, each farm would give you like an extra 200 gold. And finally down here, -2% for all buildings. Now, the construction time for province and capital settlement buildings, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That means your, upgrades are going to happen a bit faster. Research rate. and income from industry. The recruitment and income from industry that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's quite a long ways off. So I'm probably going to work towards this stuff first, just to try to get those confederations rolling in, and then we'll work on this stuff. And I might go pick a fight with Norska, because the Norska upgrades look like the best ones in terms of just raw fighting power here. You get +5 melee attack and +10 defense when you're fighting those things. And you can go up there and just clean them out. There'll be a ton of them. So we'll go up there and farm them. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this turn, so we'll go on to the next one. Oh, and there's a Green Knight. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to spawn this guy. We might try him once just for fun, but it feels like kind of like a get out of jail free card if you click on it. Okay. I think that's going to be it. Let me just see if anyone else wants to do anything.
Those of chivalry demand I hear you.
You may think your quest a noble one, but I see the truth.
Well, I just lost a lot of my units, so a lot of people aren't going to be as scared of
The
me.
lady grants you safe passage in these lands.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia. Now is the time. Welcome, friends. Let's hope we can come.
Oh, I need to combine some of these so I get under that peasant limit, so I get a little bit more money. There we go.
Workers return to the fields. Crops now grow with abundance, and our coffers are full with gold once more.
There you go. So you get the maximum money. You just have to have one available peasant for each farm in your empire. So I currently have one farm. So, you know, if we're one under on the peasants, then that'll be good. Sadie? I mean, non-knight units. Okay, so that's pretty good. So not only do we get the more money, we get the upkeep reduction costs. Yeah, I'm not going to combine any of these. I mean, I'm tempted, but I really need these knights. Like, I'm tempted just to get rid of them, but I think I need them. Okay, let's see if the greenskins come for us this turn.
The lion.
No, they're just hanging out. Okay, nice. And we do get an upgrade here. Alright, let's see how this looks. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for this episode. As you can tell, probably, I'm a little tired. I just wanted to get this in on the first day, and then I can release it tomorrow. And I'm going to do a few more episodes of this. Like I said, I tried to record it once, and I lost that Bretonnia battle. It's really close most of the time. Sorry if I kind of zoned out there a little bit. I'll come at it with a fresh mind tomorrow and do the next few episodes. But I just wanted to, like I said, try to crank this out here. It's like 4:30 in the morning, and I need to go to sleep. But I just wanted to try to have some material that I could release tomorrow afternoon. So anyways, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. This looks to be an exciting campaign, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.